Good morning. Breaking overnight, under siege. Russian troops closing in on Ukraine's capital city, Kyiv, now just 15 miles away. That stalled Russian convoy on the move this morning as the Russians expand their offensive across the country. And the mayor of one Ukrainian city is kidnapped. An escalating humanitarian crisis, food and water running out. President Biden trying to further squeeze the Russian economy and delivering a blunt new warning amid fears Vladimir Putin could unleash even more terror.
Russia would pay a severe price if they use chemical weapons.
We're live in Ukraine. Bomb cyclone. More than 65 million people under winter weather alerts this morning as strong storms threaten residents from the south to the northeast. Snow, hail, heavy winds, and tornadoes, all possible. We have the very latest on the storm's path and the bitter cold to follow. Spring break overdose. Cadets from West Point on vacation in Florida rushed to the hospital after police say they overdosed on cocaine laced with fentanyl. Two others who tried to resuscitate them also hospitalized as police make an arrest in the case. Highway robbery. Gas prices sky high this morning as drivers deal with record prices. In California, the average for a gallon of gas, more than $5.50. Is there any relief in sight, and how you can get more bang for your buck? Some tips to save you money this morning. All that plus hoop dreams. San Antonio Spurs head coach Greg Popovich becomes the winningest coach in NBA history, and the tributes from his former players and assistants are pouring in today, Saturday, March 12th, 2022.
From NBC News, this is Today with Peter Alexander and Kristen Welker.
Welcome to Today, and thanks for joining us on this Saturday morning. The calendar you may have seen says we're a week until spring, but the forecast sure doesn't look like it right now with freezing temperatures and snow for a lot of folks.
Yeah, it's hard to believe we're talking about a bomb cyclone in March. How is that possible? We're going to delve into that in just a minute. But meanwhile, the eyes of the world are still on Ukraine this morning and the fast-moving developments there as Russia steps up its attacks across the country. Overnight video was released showing the mayor of a city in the south apparently being kidnapped by Russian troops. Ukraine's President Zelensky calling the move a crime against democracy.
And in Russia, another social media crackdown. Russian officials announcing that starting Monday, Instagram will be blocked in the country. The move coming after Instagram's parent company, Meta, that also owns Facebook, said it would allow users in some countries, including Ukraine, to call for violence against Russian soldiers.
We will have more in a live report from Ukraine in just a few minutes, but we do want to begin this morning with that dangerous winter storm set to impact more than 60 million people.
Yeah, the snow falling in the south on Friday, leading to some highway accidents in Oklahoma and Arkansas. And now the East Coast is in its path for today. Samara Theodore is tracking where this is headed. Samara, good morning.
Good morning to you both. To our friends at home, this morning, 66 million people, as you heard, there are waking up to winter alerts stretching from Birmingham, Alabama, right on into Burlington, Vermont. Now, let's go ahead and time this system out. You can see it's really spanning the entirety of the East Coast. Right now, if you're seeing rain between now and lunchtime, you can expect that rain to change over to snow. And just after lunch, we'll see that change over to snow up in Boston and New England. The good news is the system does move out just after dinner time this evening by 8 p.m., wrapping up in New England, but not before leaving an impact. We could see 1 to 3 inches of snow uniformly from the mid-Atlantic right on into the northeast, but the higher elevations and into parts of New England could see 6+ inches of snow. Right now, though, I really want to hone in on that front leading edge portion of the storm system. Now, from Charleston, South Carolina, right on into Norfolk, Virginia, that is an area of enhanced risk on the severe weather map. When we see that color orange, that denotes an elevated risk of tornadic activity. So tornadoes are definitely possible there. Wind gusts could reach as high as 75 miles per hour. And with these storms dumping copious amounts of rain, we also have the threat for flooding. So down into parts of Jacksonville, right along that Georgia-Florida borderline there, we could see some flood watches issued. We could see some flooding as we head throughout the day. I want you to stick around because after the storm leaves, we're going to be talking about the plunging temperatures, feeling like the single digits for some of us waking up tomorrow morning. Kristen, Peter.
All right, Samara, thank you. We'll get the rest of the forecast in just a few minutes.
We turn now to Ukraine, where overnight Russian forces expanded their attacks across the country as they close in on the capital city of Kyiv. All this as the humanitarian situation is growing worse every day. We have full coverage this morning. We do want to begin with NBC's Molly Hunter, who's live in Lviv. Molly, good morning. What's the latest there?
Kristen.